Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to talk about the negative ecological interactions. We have previously also discussed the negative interactions. In a negative interaction, what happens is one of the interacting populations is benefited and the other one is harmed, or other one is negatively affected. So negative interactions include amensalism, parasitism, competition, and predation. We would be talking about all these negative interactions separately here. Let's start with the amensalism. So amensalism is a negative interaction. It's also known as antagonism. So amensalism is any relationship between the organisms of different species where one organism is inhibited, or you can say destroyed, while the other organism remains unaffected or unharmed. So in amensalism, what happens is one species is destroyed and other one remains unaffected. It's also termed as antibiosis, and the affected species, the species that is affected, is called as an amensal, and the affecting species is called as an inhibitor. Here are some examples of amensalism. First is when cattle, when they feed on the grass, they trample on the grass and the grass is crushed. Here I have put the example of an elephant grazing, in a field. What happens during the grazing process? The smaller plants or grass is crushed, or the plants are destroyed completely, or certain insects like ants, they also get crushed under the feet of the cattle or elephants. So in this process, cattle or the elephants, they remain unaffected, but the plants, small plants, ants, they get destroyed. So this is the example of amensalism. Another example is algal blooms. Algal blooms is the excessive growth of algae in a water body. When there is an excessive algal growth, what happens is, these algae, they deplete the oxygen levels of the water body, which ultimately causes the death of aquatic species like fish. So fish is destroyed, aquatic plants are destroyed because of the less oxygen, but the algae as such remains unaffected. This is another example of amensalism. uh, Other example is black walnut tree. The roots of black walnut tree, it secretes a chemical called as juglone. So this chemical substance, it inhibits or destroys the other herbaceous plants that are present within the root zone of the walnut tree. That's why you might have noticed that the plants, you do not find the plants surviving within the root zone of the walnut tree. So this is amensalism, because the walnut tree remains unaffected, but its its chemical secretions destroy the other plants that are present within its root zone. Parasitism is also a negative interaction. So parasitism is defined as a relationship between two living species where one organism is benefited at the cost or at the expense of the other, or you can say one organism is benefited and the other one is harmed. The organism that is benefited is called as the parasite, and the other organism that is harmed is called as the host. Since a parasite, it gets its nourishment or it gets its shelter from the body of the host, this parasite consumes a part of its host, and it can cause minor irritation to the host or sometimes severe illness, and in certain cases it can also cause death of the host. Parasites, it can be plants, worms, insects, viruses, and bacteria also. Some parasites are, the parasites that live inside the body of the host, so we call them as endoparasites. So endoparasites are the parasites that live inside the body of the host, like we have tapeworms, hookworms. This is a tapeworm, hookworm, roundworms. They live inside the body of the host. And we have ectoparasites, so parasites that live outside the body of the host, like fleas, ticks, mites, lice, head lice. They partially attach themselves to the body of the host and feeds on the blood of the host directly. Uh, One of the parasitic relationship is between tapeworm and an animal such as cow or human. Tapeworms are flatworms, that attach themselves to the intestines of the humans or animals to get the food. All right, so these tapeworms, they feed on the partially digested food of the host. So this causes the host nutrient supply to be deprived of vital nutrients. So that means the host is, when these tapeworms feed on the partially digested food of the host, so the host, this host is deprived of the essential nutrients. So what happens is it may eventually cause the death of the host. Predation is also a negative interaction. So in predation, what happens is one species kills another species, for its food. Like you see here, lion, you know so the species that kills another species for food is called as a predator, and the species that is killed is called as prey. So in this case, lion is a predator and deer is a prey. And here you see shark is a predator and the seal is a prey. So usually, normally the predator is the stronger and the larger animal, and the prey is a weaker and the smaller animal. This is a negative interaction because one species is benefited but other species is harmed. Now competition is also a negative interaction. So competition is a relationship between organisms where the organisms strive or compete for the same resources in the same place. All right, in this interaction both the species suffer. So this is a negative interaction. The organisms, they actually compete for food, water, light, in case of plants, nutrients, space, and the selection of mates for sexual reproduction. All right, so this competition, can be between the individuals of the same species. Like you see here in this picture, this is the competition between the individuals of the same species for food. So we call this type of competition as intra-specific competition. Or here you see competition between the individuals of the same species. Like sometimes these species, like they fight for the food, they fight for the same prey, they fight for gaining the territories, or they fight for their mates. So this competition is called as intra-specific competition. All right, and sometimes competition is between the individuals of the different species. Like you see here, competition for food, resources, space. So when there is competition between the individuals of the different species, we call it as an interspecific interaction. All right, so competition is not only seen in animals, but it can also be seen in plants as well. In a dense forest you can see interspecific interaction because different tree species are present in the same area. So when there are different or mixed tree species, some tree species have access to the resources, or it's easier for some species to gain the resources as compared to the others. For example, the taller species are capable of absorbing more sunlight and taking more nutrients, and making it less accessible for the shorter trees that are shaded by them. All right, so there is a competition among the plants also. This is all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.